Hey guys, how's it going? So we're on episode 42 of my Fallout Survival series, and as you may notice, this is not what you last saw in episode 41. So unfortunately, I've recorded episode 42, which is this episode, a total of 3 times, and all 3 times my microphone has been acting up, and it hasn't really been performing the way it should. So I had to scrap those episodes because they were not at all worth watching, and the microphone was just really messing up. So hopefully this works this time. But basically, I don't have a save file from before, so unfortunately we're stuck at this point. And so basically what happened is, from the Railroad HQ, we went to, we followed the molecular, let me see the mission here. We followed the molecular level to, let me see, to Virgil. So we found the railroad, we went to Virgil, and we got help from the Brotherhood to build the signal interceptor, which is what you can see in front of me. And then we built the reflector platform, talked to Proctor Ingram, built all the parts, we talked to Elder Maxon, and now we have to use the signal interceptor. And what this is going to allow us to do is actually intercept a signal coming from a courser to be teleported to the Institute, and it's going to teleport us instead. And so that's the plan right now, and I just caught you back up to speed here, so I think we're good to go.
Dr. Ingram.
I've checked and rechecked everything. I think the signal interceptor's ready to go. Are you?
Let's do
Yeah,
this.
let's do it.
All right. Head up onto the platform and we'll see if I can find a signal to lock onto.
So hopefully my
Pull
microphone,
yourself together and get up onto that platform.
sheesh,
Refrain from opening fire
but
inside the
hopefully my
institute.
microphone does work this time. I'm really hoping it does, but here we go. And let's go see the Institute.
Let's see. Relays dialed in. Beam emitters warmed up. Everything looks green. Let me start scanning for the signal. Cross your fingers. I'm inputting the code now. Wow, there's a heck of a lot of interference and ghosting. It's gonna take a minute or two to lock in. By the way, this little trip you're taking is a heck of an opportunity to find out as much as we can about the Institute and what they're up to. I put a clever little program on this holotape that'll scan their network and download anything it finds. If you place it in any terminal down there, it'll do the rest. Bring it back to me and I'll see if I can make sense of whatever it found. Well, well, looks like we have a winner. RF wave capture complete. Ramping the emitter. 60%, 80%. Emitter spiking but steady. All that's left is to throw the transmit switch. Transmitting in 3, 2, 1. Stay safe, soldier.
Alright, well there we go. And since we're level 25, let's go ahead and use our skill point. And I think... no, we can't upgrade medic. What was I going to upgrade? It required a level 25, but I'm not really sure what that was. Oh, it wasn't better criticals. Oh yeah, it was gun nut was rank 25. What else can we do? 26 is sniper. We could do science as well. Yeah, not too sure what I want to upgrade. We might as well go with, probably gun nut is a good one to go with now. Or actually, yeah, we could probably go with, locksmith. We do need to pick some higher levels of locks. So now that we completed that mission, we're looking at outside the wire, and from within. So we're gonna do the missions later once we actually meet whoever is that we're going to meet in here. Now, before we actually continue, I do want to say I've heard the dialogue.
Hello.
I've heard the dialogue 3 times now.
I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I am known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator.
Alright, well, yeah, we'll do that, but like I was saying, I've heard this dialogue a total of 3 times already today, so if I'm not too enthusiastic about what they're saying, that's the reason why, because I've heard them say the same thing 3 times, and it's just kind of getting to me now. It's really annoying, so I won't be really commenting on something that interesting. Oh, okay, well, there we go, but we finally made it to the Institute.
I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression. Welcome to the Institute. This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Sean. Oh my god. It's really you.
Who are you?
Sean. It's me. I'm your dad.
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
Yes, it's me. Your dad. I'm here, Sean.
What's going on? Father? Father!
Shh, shh. It'll be okay, Sean. I'm here now.
I don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here. Help me!
Who is Father? Where is he?
Father? Father, help me! He's trying to take me! Father? Father, help me!
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
Give me Sean. The real Sean. Right now!
I know. I know. You've gone to such lengths to find him.
Just help me understand what's going on here.
I promised answers, and answers you shall have. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been rewarded. It's good to finally meet you, after all this time. It's me. I am Sean. I am your son.
It's really you. After all this time.
Yes. It's true. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the sun you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality, and here I am, raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
It wasn't right, what they did. Taking you from me like that.
To you, that would certainly seem true. But to the Institute, it made all the sense in the world. At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being. Walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
So the weird science experiments needed specimens. That's why they took you.
In a manner of speaking. Yes. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course. But it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
And you've been down here the whole time?
I have. Yes. I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
Kellogg. He worked for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't until I became director that I learned of all the things he'd done. What kind of man he was.
You knew the man was a psychopath, but you used him anyway?
I don't expect you to understand or agree with the decision. The Institute took advantage of Kellogg's vicious nature. I will freely admit that. Institute technology prolonged his life, and his usefulness far beyond any normal human lifespan. He never failed the Institute, but his cruelty became more apparent with every completed objective. I won't lie. It's no coincidence your path crossed his. It seemed a fitting way to allow you, us, to have some amount of revenge. What else can I say to ease your mind?
So you're in charge of the Institute?
I am the acting director, yes. I spent decades working to reach this point. It's a responsibility I take very seriously. The Institute. It's important. It really is humanity's best hope for the future, no matter what those above ground might think of us.
But, Director? Why you?
I was the most qualified for the position, obviously. I've lived my life within these walls, dedicated to science like every other member of the Institute. My hard work has paid off. Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing to fear from us. Whatever you've seen or heard, I know I can convince you of that. Just give me time. What else can I say to ease your mind?
Your mother. She never got to see you grow up.
Yes. What happened to her was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems her death was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage.
Collateral damage? Is that all she was to you?
What would you have me say? The world is a dangerous place. Although I think maybe it always was. It's just a bit more honest about it now. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were. I accepted my situation, and that was that. With old age comes regret. And asking what if more often. But what matters now is that you and I have a chance to begin again. I know there's more for us to discuss, but the Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you? Isn't that what you want?
Yes, that's what I want.
I know. I know you've been through so much. I'm pleased to see it has not impaired your judgment. Forgive me. I'd assume that after everything I'm sure you've seen above ground, you would be more than a bit biased against us. There is much to be done. You'll need time to acclimate yourself, a chance to become acquainted with our procedures.
Is all that really necessary? What's there to learn?
For now, it is enough that you understand that the Institute really is devoted to the betterment of humanity. The Institute is now your home, as much as it is mine. Please take some time, get to know it. Meet the people you'll be working with. You'll want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore in Facilities, Dr. Ayo in SRB, Dr. Holdren in Bioscience, and finally Dr. Lee in Advanced Systems. They've all been notified of your arrival, of course. Meet them, and then we'll discuss what comes next.
Alright, so we have to meet the division leaders now. And we were standing there for quite a bit of time. That was a super long conversation. I would say we're almost out of time for the episode. But I'm just gonna see what's over here. Undamaged camera. I guess we'll take that. What is this thing? Just a panel? I thought it was a door, so I went to the other side and there's nothing there either, so that was kind of weird. But yeah, we'll look around a bit and see where we get. Sean's terminal password, I'll take that. Another undamaged camera. Alright, well, here we go. Okay, so that's where that was.
Almost done. Just need to tighten up this primary drive servo.
Nothing to report, sir.
Drive breakdown this month. As far as I'm concerned,
Funny.
the phase out on these older models can't come soon enough.
Gotta find the terminal.
I don't know. Most of them have lasted long past.
Alright, well, I guess we can...
Greetings.
vendor.
As the Institute's requisition vendor, I can provide supplies for your missions on the surface.
I'm ready to
How
see
may
the
I
whole
assist you
deal
today?
roll out.
There we go.
Let's see what you got.
Alright. Ooh. A legendary plasma weapon. Very cool. So this one is a 25% faster fire rate, 15% faster reload, which is the legendary perk. And it costs a whopping 6,060 caps, which we barely have half of. Oh yeah. So the Mark II synth chest piece. I've actually been here before now that I realize it. Enemies have a harder time detecting you while you're sneaking and not moving. So believe it or not, this chest piece actually allows you to go invisible when you crouch. And we have all kinds of legendary armor pieces here. This one increases agility and perception, so pretty cool. Ooh, plasma sniper rifle. That's pretty cool. A bunch of synth pieces of armor. Alright, well let's see what we have to sell this guy. We can probably sell him that. And that. We can sell those. We really don't need to use those. And get rid of these. Just trying to get enough for my money's worth. There we go. So we'll trade that. Get some ammo, take all his caps.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thanks again.
Of course.
Alright, well I think I'll end episode 42 here, guys. We'll pick up in the Institute's headquarters next episode, so hopefully you guys enjoyed episode 42. Like, share, and subscribe for daily content, and we'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching.